Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Memphis Grizzlies have decided to hire Tuomas Iisalo as their full-time head coach. Became the interim head coach after they fired Taylor Jenkins. The team went 4-5 in the final 9 regular season games he coached. The team got swept in a 4-game series against the Thunder. I don't think they are hiring him because of the team's success on the court that they had when he was their coach, but maybe how he is around the guys, how the players feel about him, I think is a big reason why you're seeing him become the full-time head coach. If a guy, like Iisalo, who didn't have much time as an interim head coach, not even 10 games, or 10 games if you include the playoffs, 13 games, but 9 regular season games, but team didn't do very well through that 13-game stretch, only 4 wins, 4-9. It tells me that the players must really like him around. I don't think he would be around, and I think they would find a new head coach if players, and I think you're talking about like their top players. Like you look at Jaren Jackson Jr., John Morant, those guys, those type of guys that are the future of this Grizzlies team. If they like what they see in Iisalo, I'm not surprised Memphis is giving Iisalo a chance at a full season. I'd like to see him get a full chance because it's hard for a guy to come in and be an intern. Like look at Mitch Johnson, who just got hired as the full-time Spurs coach. He had a full season of interning. Or look at Doug Christie as well. And I think it's really unfair to guys like Dave Adelman and Dave Adelman and Iisalo who had their, yes, they get the opportunity, but their franchise, the team they coach for, with so, Dave Adelman coached the final, 3 games of the season, Iisalo final 9 games of the season. They didn't have much time as the head coach. But you look at Doug Christie or Mitch Johnson, 2 guys that, that's the normal firing of when you'll see a head coach. Like when the Kings let go of Mike Brown, or when unfortunately Greg Popovich had his health issues and Mitch Johnson took over and Doug Christie took over. They had, you saw Christie had 51 games that he coached, I believe it was. You had Mitch Johnson coach the final 77 games of the Spurs season, but Adelman and Iisalo didn't get that chance coaching not many games, and so I think it's nice to see a guy like Iisalo get a chance. I wonder if the same thing will happen with Dave Adelman for the Denver Nuggets. I think it definitely will happen if they are able to win this Game 7 against the Los Angeles Clippers. We'll see what happens tomorrow in Game 7, though. But I'm excited to see what he can do next season. I think he's a solid coach, and definitely deserves a chance to have a full season. I don't know how expected I don't know how surprised he was at the Jenkins firing. I don't know if I know the players saw it as a shock. I don't know if his staff did as well. So it was becoming a head coach with 10 games left, not even 10 games left of the season, something that Tuomas Iisalo was prepared for. So I'm excited to see what he can do in his first season as a head coach. But also, here's another thing I'll say, is what kind of leash is Iisalo on? I look at the guys. I look at guys like Doug Christie and Mitch Johnson, who just got opportunities, and 2 interns who just became the head coaches. Doug Christie coached extremely well when the Kings were there. He had more than half the season. The team played well when he was their coach. You look at Mitch Johnson. He's been an assistant for them for 5 seasons before this. Team didn't play terrible when Mitch Johnson was the coach. I think guys like Mitch Johnson and Doug Christie are probably not on a tight leash. But Iisalo, I think that's a little bit of a different story compared to a guy like Mitch Johnson. Mitch Johnson's been an assistant since 2019 for this Spurs team. You look at this Grizzlies team, Iisalo's only been with them since 2024. Last year was their for 2023-24 season. No, I think I'm wrong. This was his first year with Memphis, I believe. Yeah, this was his first year with Memphis. So, it's not like Mitch Johnson, with Mitch Johnson being being a coach for this Spurs team since 2019, being under Greg Popovich. Even Doug Christie as well. Alongside Mitch Johnson has been an assistant for this Kings team since 2021. He was there before Mike Brown got there. So you look at Christie and Johnson, two interns who took over just like Iisalo last year and are now getting deals to become the permanent head coach. They've been around the franchise a long time. Iisalo, that is not the case. They also got the opportunity to coach a lot longer this season than Iisalo did. So that's why I brought up, what kind of leash he is on this season. Like, if they have a really bad season, could they let him go? Could this be a one and done for Memphis? Like, if the Spurs had a bad season next year or the Kings had a bad season next year, I could see Doug Christie or Mitch Johnson not being fired. So, but that could be different with Iisalo. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts on the hire for the Memphis Grizzlies in the comment section, and peace out.